First up, we are going to learn about Raytheon Technologies, and we're going to speak to Kaylee about this. Kaylee, would you like to give your introduction to Raytheon, please?
Sure. Can you guys hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on via phone. So hi, everybody. So I am Kaylee Young. I am the Female Initiative Program Manager. It's a fancy long title, and it really just means that I advocate for female candidates. So Raytheon is a military-based and customer company. We'll get into a little bit more about what we do here in a few minutes, but history tells us that we mimic our customers, and so we are kind of lagging in the female aspect of employees. So they brought me on a little over 3 years ago, and so we have increased and increased and increased. We are actually at the highest female percentages of employees that we've ever been at. And I am an advocate for those employees or candidates, right? So whatever that means to the candidate, I do everything from walking you through a job description. Sometimes it's hard to decode those, and I help you to decode those to see if it's the right role that you should be applying for. Maybe it needs to be a different role. I go and hunt down feedback. Maybe you've interviewed already and you're kind of in this black hole waiting room, nothing's happening, what's going on? Nobody wants to be there. So I will hunt down the feedback for you. It's not always positive, but I make sure that you at least have that to at least know the next steps to move forward. And then I get to partner with companies like Power to Fly to do branding and marketing and to let folks know that Raytheon is a great place to work and why. And I get to do summits and do fun makeup and tell everybody why it's cool to be at Raytheon and all the great things that we do for our community and why. So that is us and me. I think there's a couple of slides, aren't there?
It looks like you've got one slide.
Yes. Okay. So just really cool to know. So Raytheon is an aerospace and defense company that provides advanced systems and commercial military and government customers worldwide. So it says that we were formed in 2020. We went through a big merger. We're actually over 200 years old. Cool thing that we created back in the day was the microwave. One of the scientists was working on some radioactive stuff, and he had a candy bar in his pocket, and it melted. And that got all kinds of wheels turning and created the microwave. So kind of a fun little fun fact if you need to remember us and what we do. But we are a combination of different companies, United Technologies, and defense and aerospace, from the first airborne radio to aircraft engines that powered the golden age of flight. Our heritage business has been on the forefront of invention to help make the world better. An aerospace and defense company, we provide advanced systems and a service for commercial, military, and government customers worldwide. Think something cool that's probably the most relevant on everybody's mind is Top Gun just came out. And so they were using a lot of what Raytheon creates on their warfighters. So I don't know if you guys have seen any of that, but very cool. We'll toot our own horns for that. Go Tom Cruise. Our vision is a safer, more connected world. So here are some of our values. I think these are probably some of the more important things to share above all. We trust, we act with integrity and do the right thing. Respect, we embrace diverse perspectives and treat others the way that we want to be treated. Accountability, we honor our commitments, expect excellence, and take pride in our work. Collaboration, we share insights, learn together, and act as a team. And innovation, we experiment, design, build, and transform with the speed and agility. And I think that's it. I think that's really cool. I used to tell my daughter when she asked where I worked, I told her that my company created the laser for Tony Stark. The aperture, so see, we're everywhere. You don't even know it.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's who we are, and looking forward to connecting with you guys in the breakout room.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kaylee. And your makeup is getting a ton of love in the chat. I cannot tell you how in awe I am of your blending skills. It's fabulous.
Yay! Ah! We'll see what happens at Walmart later.
Oh, you're not kidding, right? Love it. Got to start the party somewhere. All right, so let's move up to our next presenter. We're going to talk to Waters. So let's see. I'm looking for Jess. Hold on. There you are. All right, Jess, would you like to kick us off and tell us more about Waters?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. First of all, I'm super excited to be here. Jess Lee, my pronouns are she, her, hers. I have been at Waters for 9 months, 9.5 months, and I am the director of diversity, equity, and inclusion here at Waters. So actually have been the first DEI director here, which has been really exciting. A lot of amazing opportunity to lead strategic global DEI work, which I'll talk a little bit more about in my second slide. But I also like to just share a little bit about who I am as a person. I live in Rhode Island. I'm from New York. As I said, I've been here at Waters for about 10 months. I'm a big reader. If I was at home and I didn't have this virtual background, you'd be able to see all of my beautiful books behind me. So book recommendations, obviously ask because I love sharing book recommendations. And I have two really beautiful children who are part of the reason why I lead DEI work, because I want to make sure that I am leaving the world a better place. And that whole leaving the world a better place is one of the reasons why I decided to join Waters, which is really one of our biggest goals, trying to deliver benefit and trying to have a positive impact on the world and on our communities. And so Waters Corporation actually is one of the leading specialty measurement companies. And so we focus in improving human health and well-being. We really strive to deliver benefit in all of the organizations and clients and customers that we work with, primarily through the application of laboratory instruments, consumables, and informatics, as well as just industry-leading scientific expertise. And so one of the kind of taglines that we use all of the time is, chances are if you had a cup of coffee or you had breakfast this morning or you've taken any medicine, you've already benefited from the value that our company offers. We primarily work in instrumentation of liquid chromatography and mass spectrometry. And so really helping to, again, ensure efficacy of medicines that people take, safety of the food that people eat, water that we drink, and just quality of everyday products. As a non-science person, coming to Waters was so interesting, a little stressful because there's so much to learn, but I have to say the impact that we have and the benefit that we're hoping to deliver has been a big reason for my enjoying my experience at Waters. And then as you can see on the slide, we have about 7,800 employees worldwide. We operate in 35 plus countries. We have a variety of different manufacturing facilities, and we've got products that are available in a variety of different countries across the globe. I will also highlight that we recently were awarded as Best Places to Work through the Human Rights Campaign for LGBTQ plus equality for 2022, which has been really exciting and some really great work that our employee resource group has moved forward. You can pop onto the next slide and I can talk a little bit about DEI work here. Great. So at Waters, as it says, we're really committed to unlocking potential. We're really hoping to deliver benefit everywhere, and we're hoping to just leave the world a better place than it was when we found it, and have that positive impact. So the DEI work that I'm particularly trying to move forward and that we're moving forward on as an organization is trying to increase representation, really ensuring that we are a representative community of the societies that we're in, and we're also inclusive, building that strong inclusive culture where people feel that they're able to bring their full selves to work, engage in all opportunities regardless of background or identity, and able to be full humans and be valued and respected as those feel full humans at work. I started off by talking about my children, and it's something that I talk about every day. And it's important for me that people that I work with know that I have children and ask me about my children. And that is really the beautiful kind of culture, an example of the beautiful kind of culture that we're trying to build here. In addition, besides trying to just ensure that we're representative of the organization and the societies that we're in, we're really trying to build an inclusive culture. A big way that we do that is through our employee resource groups. We have employee resource groups that support LGBTQIA plus employees, employees of color, women in our gender diversity network, and veterans, and having the opportunity to really ensure that those folks feel connected and valued and supported by the organization, as well as building opportunities for allies to learn more, build awareness, and just continue to build their own opportunities for learning. And then the last thing that I'll say is Waters has really been moving more into our philanthropy work, particularly around increasing opportunities to support and enhancement of human health as well as well-being in the communities that we're in. And so one of the great philanthropy initiatives that we've moved forward is just trying to increase opportunities for young people in STEM, working with middle school and high school students in our kind of outer Boston area to try and provide opportunities for them to work on our instruments, learn our software, and really build that love and excitement about STEM that they can, continue kind of through their academic journey, and then hopefully come join us when, when they're ready to have a full-time job. We also just started a global internship program to have an opportunity to really start to build some early career talent, make some connections with universities and colleges across the globe to try and connect with interns to help us do the great work that we want to do and hopefully help those interns learn a little bit more. That's probably a sufficient amount of conversation about Waters, but hopefully you learned a little bit. Hopefully I shared just how thoughtful Waters is being about diversity, equity, and inclusion, trying to increase representation and trying to really build this beautiful, inclusive culture where everyone can thrive. If you've got any questions, we'll definitely chat in the breakouts, but I'm excited to be here.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Jess, for sharing that about Waters with us. All right, we are going to move to our next presenter today, and we're going to talk to GoTo. I'm looking for the GoTo presenter, so if I can't find you, there you are. There's Crystal. All right, Crystal,
Hello.
I'm going to put you in the spotlight here. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about GoTo?
Hello. Hello, everybody. So my name is Crystal Diaz-Conroy, and I manage the global talent brand here at GoTo. I am based out of Hawaii, and I am also on our Pride at GoTo leadership team, leading our communications efforts. I absolutely love my role and this company and our commitment to engaging with and embracing diversity really from the inside out. A little bit about us. Since day one, when LogMeIn was born, we really set out to help people and businesses do their best work simply and securely from anywhere. We recently rebranded our company, so now we're known as GoTo. As far as what we do, simply put, our products make IT easy so that our customers and even our employees, we use our own products, can focus on the things that matter most to them throughout the day. So projects, profession, passion. Our portfolio of products includes GoToConnect, GoToResolve, and LastPass. So although LastPass is becoming a standalone company, we're still recruiting for LastPass roles under the GoTo umbrella. And that's just in case any of you see our roles and are wondering, LastPass versus GoTo. Don't get confused. We are still recruiting for LastPass roles under GoTo, but they will become a separate company, which is super exciting as well. You can go to the next slide. So I only have one slide, and what I'd really like to talk to you all about is just culture and the way that I've seen it through my lens, and honestly trying to, being the brand person for GoTo and showcasing ourselves as an employer. I think that the way that we value flexibility is so unique, because if you ask me what I value the most about working at GoTo, it's the inherent trust that we have in each other as colleagues. Like someone once asked me, isn't your work just like a continuous group project? And I couldn't help but laugh at like how accurate that was, because I think in corporate life, we really rely on others to do their jobs effectively so that we can do the same. We're all like pieces of the puzzle, and at GoTo, each piece is constantly fitting into the next. And I trust that my colleagues are committed and passionate about their work, and I deliver for them every day because I care about their success as much as I care about mine. And I think that that's something that's really rare. And for us, it's less about where and when you work and more about how you work. I'm in Hawaii. I'm 6 hours behind my East Coast colleagues. But we both make those efforts to connect because we work with people around the world, and we really get to learn as well from other cultures and identities because of that. A lot of people at GoTo have been here for 5+ years. I think we have pretty long tenures, which in tech I think is pretty rare. We also have a ton of boomerangs, so employees who leave for other adventures and jobs and then come back. And I think it's because they're really connected to our values. So think big, be real, move fast, keep growing. None of those can exist without the other. And when we say be real, we really mean it. I mean, I can sit here all day and talk to you about how just me as a queer Latina, I feel like I can come to work and be me no matter what that means. And I think it's not an option for companies not to value inclusion anymore. We've been on that trajectory for a long time. This year, we were also named on the HRC Human Rights Campaign Corporate Equality Index for 2022 as one of the best companies to work for LGBTQ plus efforts. We prioritize environmental, social, governance issues. I mean, we supported 145 nonprofit orgs through our Employee Match program, planted 10,000 trees through the Arbor Day Foundation. Over 1,000 employees have participated in global wellness programs. We've got a robust D&I program with plenty of employee resource groups that kind of fit whatever community or identities that you want to feel closer to. And again, we really try to enable that, I think, especially looking out for each other now that we're working from home, which we may have lost along the way, but we really make an effort for those connections. So I'm incredibly proud of who we are as an employer, and I welcome you to explore opportunities and learn more about GoTo.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Crystal. I always love getting chances to see what's going on with the GoTo team. Y'all have been partners with us for a while here. And so it's absolutely wonderful to see kind of the evolution of the company and see where y'all are going. Thank you so much for that great introduction to GoTo.
Thank you.
All right, our next person up is going to be Taryn from Software One. So Taryn, I'm gonna look for you. There you are. Replace your spotlight. So please take the stage and tell us all about Software One.
Hello, everyone. I am so very happy to be here. I am Taryn Tomlinson. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am based out of New York City. I am the Equity and Inclusion Program Manager for Software One NORAM, and I've been in this role for almost a year. My role here at Software One is to ensure that all of our employees experience belonging within the organization so that they can show up here and just be their full authentic selves and thrive within the organization. And so to that end, some of what I do includes working with various departments, human resources, learning and development, talent acquisition, as well as our leadership team to conceptualize and execute strategies to accomplish our goal of ensuring that all of our employees can show up fully and authentically, and also ensure that our DEIB strategies center the populations most in need, which are our employees who belong to historically marginalized groups. We could go to the next slide, please. Right. So here you see some of our core values, and Software One operates on a 4-year vision cycle. And this year, we're really focused on the impact on businesses and really ensuring that our customers are able to embark on their digital transformation and really empowering them to utilize technology to support and drive their business outcomes. So we are a leading global provider of end-to-end software and cloud technology solutions. We are headquartered in Switzerland. We have approximately 8,700 employees worldwide and over 65,000 customers. Our employee base represents all major religious groups, 82 nationalities, and speak 32 languages, and of course include every race and ethnicity. Regarding our people for our Vision 2022, we're also focusing on investing in our people's professional development to expand their roles and help them to grow. We're also focusing on impacting self, right? We're impacting business, we're impacting self by recognizing each colleague's individual passions and allowing them to step outside of their comfort zone and allow them to get opportunities outside their current area of expertise. So we offer numerous learning opportunities through various partnerships that really upskill our people. And we're focused on impact on society, being engaged global citizens that give back to local communities. So some examples of that include for our President's Club, whenever we go there, we choose whatever location, that we go to, we choose a local school and we engage in helping them rebuild portions of the school. So for example, we recently rebuilt a playground at one of our locations, and we keep in contact with those schools so that we ensure the upkeep of whatever project we embarked upon. We also have planted over 2,000 trees recently, and we are very committed to environmental sustainability. So we recently started 1 tree planted for every new employee, as well as every person who comes through our academy. I'll speak a little bit more on the academy later. And so we've planted 1 tree for every new employee or academy graduate, and we're up to about 2,000 trees thus far. We're very, very pleased with that, and we'll continue with that. So one of the reasons that I joined Software One was because the leadership exhibited such a yearning to engage in the necessary work in this diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging space. As with many organizations, the death of George Floyd was a call to greater action for Software One. And so as an organization, we privately committed to addressing the structural and systemic issues that plague our society, and by extension, the tech industry. And true to our core value of speed, which you'll see there, we've made impressive progress since spring of 2020. So in addition to a host of learning opportunities, we've implemented actions such as partnering with organizations, including Power to Fly. And one of the things that we're very proud of is our work with the creation of our Academy program that was launched in 2001. We're now we now have over 200 students who have graduated from that program. And what our Academy program does is really bridge the gap between education and the workplace by providing underrepresented and historically marginalized talent with educational programs, internship, and employment across the globe. So this training provided by our academy is completely free to participants and is a core part of our vision to impact on society. You'll also see here, and I won't go through all of our core values, but you'll also see here our core value of employee satisfaction, where we note that our employees are our greatest assets, and we love and support our colleagues and operate without hierarchy. And that word love is really quite radical within the corporate space, but we truly do live up to our values, and we're really focused on ensuring that we do live up to that core value of loving and supporting our colleagues, and really get into the heart of what does that mean? What does that look like? And so we plan on continuing that work with our academy and really ensuring that everyone within our organization feels included, feels as though they are welcome and loved. And I am so very happy to be here. Thank you again. And I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Taryn. That was a great peek into Software One. All right, to round us out for our morning, for our third session of the day, we're going to talk to Binny from Workiva. So if you, let me see, there you are. I'm going to spotlight you. There we go. Please feel free, take the stage, introduce yourself, and let us know what we should know about Workiva today.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Power to Fly, for having us. I'm honored and privileged to represent Workiva and share some thoughts about Workiva. I'm based out of Austin, Texas, and I've been here for 8 months now. I head up diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging here at Workiva. So what does Workiva do? We founded Workiva in 2008 to transform the way people manage and report business data, right? With collaborators and data sources and documents and spreadsheets. And today we have people all over the world that use our platform, and they're seamlessly orchestrating this data among their systems and applications for more transparent and trusted connected reporting. Our mission statement is super uber cool: powering transparent reporting for a better world. When I interviewed with the leadership team, for example, in speaking with our CEO, Marty Vanderplug, and President and Chief Operating Officer, Julie Iskow, and our Senior Vice President of Human Resources, Emily Forrester, I heard a common message of why to join Workiva. Culture, culture, culture. We have a phenomenal culture at Workiva, and I encourage you all to look at our company. DEIB, it touches every aspect of our company. And, a few ways, let me just share with you. Recruitment of diverse talent, right? If you go to our website, www.workiva.com, and go on the careers page, you'll see things on DEI. We're very, very transparent. We have our diversity dashboard there on this external website, and you can see all the progress that we've been making. As I shared, we were founded in 2008, and we had affinity groups starting in 2016. We transitioned to employee resource groups in 2019, and now we're moving to what are called business employee resource groups. We really believe in inclusion of all in our workplace through this culture of belonging. And as you know, DEIB helps in innovations of our products, the quality of our decision-making, and the images that we're portraying to our customers and our communities. My favorite quote, I share this often, diversity is being invited to the party. We invite you to join us. Inclusion is being asked to dance. So let's just talk about it. You get to the party, you got access to the party. That's a little bit around equity. And when you get there, we're still in a pandemic, so you're given a face mask and a pair of shoes. And, there's, equality because everybody's been given the same. But if you get one that fits your unique styles and needs, that's where the equity comes in. And you get in and the party's pumping and the music's happening. And now you're being asked to dance. That's the inclusion aspect. And then I say, belonging, that's dancing like no one's watching. And we invite you all to come and dance with us. DEIB are core values at Workiva, and we're striving to create that workplace where everyone is comfortable to bring their best and authentic self to work every day. Our culture, as I mentioned, culture, right, of DEIB, it is increasing our employee engagement, our empowerment, and happy employees mean happy customers. You'll see that, we recently went up from 61 to number 20 in best places to work here, which is pretty cool. This move to a hybrid workplace has allowed us to recruit a much larger and diverse talent pool. Our three key focus areas in diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging are as follows. Leadership and accountability, and that's our workforce. It's the how and who we hire. The second is around culture and engagement. So when you get here, how do you feel? And the third is external brand and marketplace. Are we reflecting our communities and customers and candidates that we serve? So we look forward to having a continued dialogue with all of you. Excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Binny. Before I go on to some of our next slides, I wanted to take an opportunity to share the second slide that you had. Apologies, I was trying to make sure I didn't miss it for you, but it's so cool looking. I wanted to make sure our audience saw it today.
Thank you. And I just wanted to add, you can see inclusion is one of our core values. It's in each of our buildings. It's on our pages. And, we really do believe and live all of this. So thank you so much for sharing.
Love it. Thank you so much, Binny.